Okay, we're here at Lakeland at the first tee at the Barkley, Bryant, and Bean tournament with Sir Charles Barkley.
Yes, glad to be here. I look forward. This is my 15th year. I do it because of Publix is an amazing company, but also Brad and Andy are just amazing men, so it's fun.
Are you ready for a quick nine?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Dream foursome on the golf course.
Well, I played with Tiger quite a few times. That's an honor and a privilege. He's always fun. Probably like to play with President Obama. Maybe Brooks Koepka and Justin Thomas. And any great golfer, it's an honor to play with them, and it's fun to watch greatness.
Now, what was your first car?
A 77 Cutlass Supreme. I graduated high school in '81, and my mother and grandmother got me a used Cutlass Supreme, a 77. It was the most amazing thing in the world.
That's awesome. Now this is, I don't know if you're allowed to answer this question, but what was your favorite basketball team you ever played for?
Well, that's a loaded question because sometimes your team is good, and that's fun, but sometimes you just play with great guys, and the team's no good. I played with a team in Philadelphia that wasn't very good, but we played hard every night, and that was fun. But then obviously I had more team success in Phoenix with Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley and Mark West and those guys. But I played with a team in Philadelphia that we stunk up the joint, but we had some really good guys on the team, and Johnny Dawkins, Hersey Hawkins, Mark McNamara, Danny Brains, Derek Smith. We wasn't very good, but man, we played hard every night.
Who do you think is the greatest basketball player right now?
Right now? Probably Giannis. I mean, you know, LeBron's great, but I think Giannis is probably the best player in the world today.
Who's the most influential person in your life?
Well, there's probably there's a couple people. Number one, my grandmother, God rest her soul. She's the most important person in my life. And then probably Muhammad Ali and Moses Malone had the biggest effect upon me. But as far as sports, Muhammad Ali and Moses Malone by far. But in my personal life, probably my grandmother, one of the greatest people I ever met.
What are 3 things you'd take with you on a deserted island?
You know, that's an interesting question because, you know, I was watching a couple shows and there people were talking about, you know, they were having some wildfires and they're like, you got to evacuate your house really, really quickly. What would you take? So that's a good, interesting, great question. I really don't know the answer to that question. You know, first of all, you keep money in the safe. You got to grab your money.
Yep.
So you never know how. But I'm not very sentimental. Like I don't even keep trophies or things like that.
Yeah.
Like my mother and grandmother kept all my trophies. But number one, I think you just have to get all your valuables out the safe.
Who's played the greatest prank on you and what was it?
Oh, that's another good question. You might be good at this.
Did y'all hear that?
You might be good at this. The greatest prank. I don't even know the answer to that question. Because when you play.
Have you ever played any pranks on anyone? Like Michael Jordan or anybody on the basketball court?
Not on the court. But you know, one thing when you play sports, you're like all like little silly kids.
Yeah.
So it's always trying to one-up each other. I mean, you know, I was blessed to play in the NBA for 16 years. And it's just so much stupidity going on, but it's so much fun. That's the one thing you miss when you retire. Yeah. I mean, the stupidity that goes into playing sports.
This is the last question.
Yeah.
Greatest win in your life? Can be anything you want.
The greatest win?
Win. It could be anything. It could be basketball, personal, anything.
Well, you know, going back to high school, winning some games there was important because first time my team ever, our city ever made it to the state tournament. The year we got Auburn to the March Madness for the first time ever. Getting to the finals in the NBA, even though we didn't win, just getting to the finals was my first time. So I think it's on different levels.
Yeah.
Like I say, my hometown is a small hometown in Alabama. We had never made it to the state tournament.
Leeds.
Yeah, and we got there. And then when I went to Auburn, we were not very good at basketball. And me getting them to March Madness was a really, really good accomplishment. As far as the NBA, the first time I made it to the finals, it was pretty special.
Well, I really appreciate you doing a quick 9 with us.
No problem. You take
Are
care
you
of yourself.
ready for a War Eagle?
Oh, we always got time for War Eagle, but we don't say that other crap from your family. We don't say that stuff.
Give them a good War Eagle.
Hey, War Eagle, baby.
Thanks for doing a quick 9. Bye.